I just want to see kind of where your wrinkles are going to lie. And if you'll take your, just squeeze your forehead together. Alright.
Okay, now
Smile real big for me. Okay. Smile real big for me. What I am doing here, because of the way the face ages, especially with the smile lines, you're going to get all these wrinkles here. Can I point her towards that for a sec? All these wrinkles here. Smile for me. All of this, as age happens, is going to get weaker and weaker, and it'll just start sagging. So you'll get really wrinkly and nasty.
great.
What I'm doing right now is I am carving out the shadows of the wrinkles. What's going to be the bottom of the wrinkles when they finally form. Up here, since she's, how old are you?
14.
14. Her skin hasn't really started to sag yet at all, so what I'm doing is I'm kind of just guessing based on the shape of her cheekbones how her bags are going to form. Kind of see on mine, I've got them pretty bad. So that's what I'm doing here is I'm carving out the bags, kind of carving out where it's gonna wrinkle, especially here at the crow's feet, and up here, the frown lines is what I like to call those. Can you frown real big for me? I'm gonna do that down here as well. What I'm gonna do up here is I'm gonna draw in just a few forehead wrinkles. I always work with the shadows first. Some people work with the highlights first. They'll take a white or a lighter base color and pull it down because the highlights are going to be what you want to see more of.
Are you ready to be wrung out?
That's what I'm going to do now. Pull that down. And anywhere the skin is bony, especially here on the cheekbones, you're going to see more of a highlight than a shadow. Anywhere that the skin folds up, you're going to see the highlight, particularly below the shadows usually.
Right.
Try to steady myself on the subject's head, just using the back few fingers. Using that, just pull out the highlights for the crow's feet. The highlight down here is going to go underneath because it's in the hollow of her chin. The hollow of the lip right here, the shadow, as you can see, is going to be on top, and the highlight will be underneath because that's where the light is going to hit it. So that's why I did that over here. Try and kind of keep her neck as hollow as possible. She's got a nice slight frame. We're not going to want to make it too jowly. Probably wouldn't get very jowly. What I did there was, there's a lot of tendons in the neck, and I just had her kind of to pull them out so I could see where the shadows would lie if the skin got looser. What I'm doing is on the chin, when you get older, things start to sag. That's mainly what we're trying to emulate here. And what I'm doing over here is I'm drawing in jowls. I can do it over here. Probably would be better to see. Just kind of pulling it down, rounding up, and then back down. Almost like an upside down seagull shape. I'm just doing it now. I'm blending out the edges of these lines to kind of soften them a little bit. And this is just a quick makeup job. Generally I would take a lot longer for this. Powder between steps and use a cream foundation instead of the pencils, but this works too. Usually for blending like this, it's best to use a brush. Small, stiff bristled brush is usually best. And what I'm doing, and what you would do with the brush, is you take into the color and just pull it off lightly onto the skin, trying to blend it away. Should be a slight line that you should see, and just pull it off.
Now, are you actually using a brush?
I am using a Q-tip right now. A Q-tip is perfectly fine to use. You can also use your fingers, especially if you're doing it on yourself. And you just want to just grab the one color, either the highlight or the shadow, and pull it away from the other color. So if you're pulling the highlight, you pull it away from the shadow. If you're pulling the shadow, pull it away from the highlight.